All right, today we're going to be talking about curves of best fit. We will be able to analyze data to determine the equation of the curve of best fit, and we will be able to use the curve of best fit to make predictions and solve real-world problems. So situation 1, Jane is a researcher. Sorry about that. Jane is a researcher at the Department of Agriculture. She has noticed that farmers have very different crop yields across the country depending on the climate. The graph shown is her data collection. So, what type of trend does this show? Well, because it makes a U shape, we know that it's quadratic. And because it's pointing down, we know it's negative. So which would be the best equation to represent this data? Well, we know it needs to start with a negative, so it has to be A or D. And which one of those is quadratic? Well, D is quadratic because it has the squared, so D would be the best answer. At approximately what temperature did farmers yield the most crops? Well, we want to look at the peak. The peak is up here, so if we go down, somewhere between 15 and 20 degrees, so let's say about the most is at 18 degrees Celsius. And the least, well, there's two places. We have here and we have here. So I would say about 9 degrees Celsius and 29 degrees Celsius. Curve of best fit is a curve used to model the trend. Trend just means pattern of data. So remember, line of best fit, it looks like a line, and a curve of best fit is going to make a U shape. So the table shows students' test scores and how many hours per night they stay awake studying. The data shown is a quadratic regression, so we know it's going to make a U shape. Our numbers of hours, and our test scores. What is an equation that closely represents a curve of best fit for the data? So to enter the data, we're going to go on our calculator, and we are going to push stat and edit. I'm going to clear out anything I have in there, and I'm going to put in my x values, so 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 20, 65, 90, 80, 68, and 61. Once my data is in there, to get the equation, I'm going to do stat, go over to calc, and choose number 5 that says quadreg. Push enter, and it gives me this equation. So it gives me the format of my equation and then the numbers to plug in. So y equals negative 5.04, we're going to round to 2 decimal places, x squared, plus 34.98x plus 26.29. Using this trend, what could be the test score for a student who spends 2 hours of studying per night? Well, we're going to take our x's and we're going to put 2 in its place. We're going to type that in our calculator. So negative 5.042 squared plus 34.98 times 2 plus 26.29, and we get 76.09. That's all for today. Fill out your summary, and I'll see you in class.